They say life can change in a single moment. For me, it was a knock on the door and a warning note that would change everything. My name is Clara Thompson, and this is the story of the 10 minutes that turned my ordinary life into something I'll never forget. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay with me till the end, because what happened next could happen to anyone. You're watching Aunt's Story. It was a quiet Sunday morning, the kind where sunlight filters through the curtains just right, and the world feels safe. I was making coffee, humming to myself, when I noticed something strange outside. A white envelope taped to my front door. No name, no stamp, just 3 words written in shaky handwriting. Leave. 10 minutes. At first, I thought it was a prank. Maybe the neighborhood kids. But something about those letters, the way the ink had smudged, it didn't feel like a joke. I stepped outside, heart pounding, looking around. The street was empty. No cars, no footsteps. Just silence. I stood there, envelope in hand, debating whether to laugh it off or call someone. Then I looked closer. The handwriting wasn't random. It looked familiar. I took the envelope inside and set it on the table. My hands were shaking. When I finally opened it, I found a photo. It was my house, taken from across the street. And in the corner of the photo, standing in the shadows, was a man. My stomach dropped. Under the photo, there was a message scrawled in the same messy handwriting. You have 10 minutes. Trust me. I didn't know what to do. Should I call the police? A friend? Run? Then I remembered my husband, Ethan, was away on a business trip. I was completely alone. I grabbed my phone. But before I could dial, I heard it. A soft click, like a door creaking open. I froze. It came from the back door. I hadn't unlocked it that morning. My heart raced as I stepped quietly toward the kitchen. The door was slightly ajar, swaying with the breeze. I wanted to believe I'd left it open. But then I saw muddy footprints leading inside. Panic took over. I dropped the photo and ran upstairs, locking myself in the bedroom. I called 911, whispering what was happening. The dispatcher told me to stay quiet, stay hidden, and that officers were on the way. But as I hung up, something made me look out the window. Across the street, a man stood under a streetlight, half hidden. He wasn't moving, just watching. The same man from the photo. And then, I saw it. In his hand was a phone. He lifted it, and a message appeared on my screen seconds later. Don't scream. Don't move. 10 minutes. I wanted to run, but my legs felt frozen. Then I heard it, footsteps downstairs. Slow, deliberate, heavy. Whoever it was, they were inside. I pressed my ear to the door. The creaking floors beneath him were getting closer. And then silence. That silence was worse than any noise. I held my breath, clutching my phone. The timer on my screen ticked down. 2 minutes left, then a message flashed again. Now. Suddenly, loud banging echoed through the house, the front door crashing open. Voices shouting, footsteps running. Police. When I finally opened my bedroom door, I saw 2 officers downstairs. They told me they'd found someone breaking into the house, and he was armed. I was shaking, trying to process what they were saying. The man had broken in through the back, but the police had caught him before he reached the stairs. And here's the part that still haunts me. When they showed me his photo, I recognized him. It was David, my husband's former business partner, the one who'd disappeared after stealing company money years ago. And guess what? He had written that warning note. Later that night, the detective explained everything. David had found out that someone else, a man he once worked with, wanted revenge on Ethan, my husband. They thought Ethan was home that weekend, but David knew he wasn't, and that I was. He came here to warn me. He didn't have time to knock or explain. He just left that note and called the police before it was too late. By the time the police arrived, the real intruder was already in the house, the man who wanted to hurt Ethan, and found me instead. David saved my life. The man who once betrayed us had come back to make things right. Now, every time I see my front door, I remember that envelope. Those 3 words, leave. 10 minutes. They remind me that sometimes warnings don't come from enemies. Sometimes they come from people trying to fix the past. Life can change in an instant, a letter, a phone call, a knock on the door. But what truly defines us is how we respond when fear comes knocking. If you were in my place, what would you have done? Would you have trusted that note or ignored it? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want more heart-stopping life stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon. You never know when your story might become the next Aunt's Story.